So a cheating controversy just arose in Trackmania where Wirtual announced that he had a cash prize for his brand new Cup of the Day map, Midori. Now, the thing is that Wirtual has been using third-party programs specifically tied to his analog keyboard to do steering movements that are not possible to do without that. Specifically, about 36% steering on bobsleighs. The question is now whether that is cheating. It's kind of split the community up in two sections. One side of the community is a lot like, well, this is fine. It doesn't matter. Third-party programs have been a part of the game for a long time. And then there's the other side of the community that would like a more vanilla experience with the game where everybody has, the same sort of availability and the same, the same chances of getting the time, right? Now, what do I think? Well, the thing is, I don't think it matters too much what I think, because at the end of the day, if Nadeo doesn't regulate, so Nadeo is the developers of the game, if they don't regulate the game and regulate the leaderboards, nothing is going to be done about it and people will continue to use it. We can go for a little bit of history. Trackmania is an old game, and these third-party programs like Jnic have been used, liberally for a long time. If you want any world record in some of the old Valley games in TM2 as well, stuff like that, you're required to use Jnic. And if you don't do that, I don't think you're going to be able to get a world record. And that's just a fact. And it's been like that for 10 years or a lot of years at least. And don't get me wrong. It's been a controversy before. Like, people have been like, oh, is this cheating? Is this not cheating? But Nadeo didn't do anything about it. They did not remove any of the records, nor did they ban anybody, which is effectively the same thing as saying this is okay with us. And because that was the case, people continued to use them. Fast forward a couple of years, TM 2020 came out, and people are still using them. I think if you think that people are not using them, of course, if you're a new player and you don't know about the history, that's something else. But if you're a veteran player and you believe that people aren't using it just because it's a new game, I feel like that's a little bit silly. So now because Wirtual did have a cash prize, and it's a very, very difficult time to get without these sort of third-party programs, people are taking up the discussion once again. Now, I want to be sure that everybody's civil about it. Like, there's no reason to yell at anybody. I think it's a little bit weird that a thing has been a part of the community for 10 years and has been used often. And world record upon world record upon world record utilizes these things. And then all of a sudden, 10,000 people scream at one person. It seems a little mean. But nonetheless, I understand why we should take up the conversation again. At the end of the day, I think it doesn't matter if it's cheating. I don't think it matters if you think it's cheating. I don't think it matters if I think it's cheating. It's all about the developers. They are the only people that can actively regulate the leaderboards. And if they don't do that, and if they do the exact same thing that they did before, which is nothing, people are going to continue to use them. And it's going to be a case where you either are going to have to accept it or you're going to have to not accept it and then, be mad about it. There's not much to do. I don't see a lot of different ways out of it. Nadeo could add custom action keys to the game, so everybody could have a chance at making their own action keys if that's what they feel like, or people could make plugins for it. But I don't think there's anything else to do about it. If you have a good way to figuring out these things, a good solution, feel free to put them in the comments because I would love to hear it. But I do think that the whole situation is blown a little bit out of proportion. Yes, it's not. If I could remove all these things, I would do it personally. But because it has been a thing and will continue to be a thing for such a long time, I don't think there's much to do about it. With that being said, thank you for watching, though. I will see you guys in the next one.